Good evening, everybody. We're once again trying to finish off this penny box. I have maybe a quarter of the box left. I've been going through pennies for the last week or so, trying to find varieties, errors, the wide AMs, the close AMs, double dies, doubling on the mints, anything. We're looking for wheat cents, we're looking for proof cents, we're looking for all kinds of things. So we're just going to get right into it tonight. I do have ngccoin.com up on the side here. I got my scale out. I have my red book out. I got my box of coins out. So we're just going to get right into it. We're going to start off. Got a memorial and a shield on this roll. Let's see what we can find on these things. I'm hoping I find one of these with a wheat cent ender, but so far, no such luck on the wheat cent enders. We found 3 wheat cents in this box so far. Also a proof 1989 S, not intended for circulation. We found a few of the 1969 Denver no FGs. So we'll just see what we can get into. We're going here. Starting off with a 2018 Denver, 93 Denver. As soon as we come across something that's up on the NGC coin site, I believe a 65 is not. But we'll just double check real quick. It's a copper. Hopefully we can find like a off-center mint one of these days. Here's a 1984 with that little bit of a wood grain look to it. Chuck that under the scope here. See if we can find the doubled ear on the 84 Philly. Look for a DDO. Check out all the lettering. Check out Liberty. It's a little suspect on the eye there. That's the only letter. Generally not going to be the double die. Check out the date here. Nothing there. We'll keep on going. 2012 Shield Cent. What's up, Griffin? Welcome to the chat. Here's 84. Denver. I believe there's a Denver DDO. We're just looking at the date on this one. See if we can find some doubling here. ngccoin.com site says minor doubling evident at the date. I don't see anything there. Keep on trucking. Ooh, 2015 Philly. We're looking for a double die obverse. Check out all the lettering on the front. Got some damage across the E there. Check out the date there. We have some, let's see. It's like a lamination thing on that 5 there. Gotta get myself a new pointer. I think I busted up my last one. It's kind of handy sometimes when you're looking at these coins. Give me 1 second. So the 2015 Philly, this is just like a lamination. You see these lines here. It's just where the metal comes up to the date itself. So that's nothing. 96 out of Denver. It's kind of a heavy mint on that one. 83 Philly. There's like a dozen things you got to look for on these things. Most of them are double die obverse. 83 DDO. We're going to look at everything on the obverse. Doubling invisible on Liberty. In God We Trust. I'm going to try to cruise through these a little bit, try to get through some rolls tonight. Check out Liberty. And Y's got some damage. This whole coin's got a ton of damage on it. And then we'll look for, there's lots of DDOs. And there's also 83 Philly double die reverse. There's a couple of them. It's also a possibility of a counter clash. Basically a different denomination stamped on top of the letters. This one's got tons of damage on it though. We'll still look for the DDR as well. Got a bunch of corrosion. This thing spent some time in like a Walmart parking lot. Got like a, we're looking for something similar a little bit to this, like the edge looks like it's got some extra metal hanging off of it. That R, left side of the R kind of looks like it a little bit. Nothing too crazy, nothing to get excited about. It's got so much damage on it too, it's kind of hard to tell. We found one last night, had a little bit extra probably like a machine doubling type of thing. We'll keep on trucking. See if we can find a wide AM or a close AM, or hey, how about a 2009 Denver? We're looking for Phillies on these to look for the cupola doubling. We'll still save it. I just like to save all my 2009s. I think they're kind of cool. Not necessarily worth anything extra, but I'll still take them. 2015 Philly. Looking for a DDO. Sometimes I wonder how rare these things actually are, or how many of them there actually are that have been found and verified. I don't know the answer to that. But it's still exciting to kind of look for different errors you know about, learn about new ones. Hey, there's a little bit older one, 62 out of Denver. Let's look for nothing on a 62. How about that? It is a copper. You save your copper, you can save that one. I don't know, there's a lot of people banking on pennies being worth more and more. I mean, they're not minting them anymore, but the old ones are still the old ones. The ones we know about, the different errors and varieties, they're still, valid. So 63 Denver. We're looking for the D over D. So we're going to check out this mint mark. Denver mint mark. Looking for the VP002. Mint mark repunched south of the first impression. So we'd see some sort of extra doubling up on the top side, and maybe this inside top, bottom top, inside, whatever you want to call it. Thanks, Griffin. I do think this is cool. Here's one that's off center. You can see the left side rim is much fatter than the right side rim. It's not quite there for me to keep. These are fairly common. I don't actually know what those might be worth, but 97 Philly. 2016 got a little extra gunk on that 2 on the 2016. Just double check that one real quick. No, there's a 2015 and 2018 Denver, but not 2016. 2000, we're looking for the Phillies. $2016, no, we just looked at that. 95, I believe there's a Philly in 95. Oh, there's also a Denver. So we're looking for a double die obverse. No, it's clean. Very clean. We're looking for distinct doubling, In God We Trust, Liberty, the date, and the mint mark. One day we're going to find one of these things with the distinct doubling that they so define. Some damage on the D mint mark there. Pretty cool. It's a pretty clean example though. 2023, why can't you be a Philly? What are you guys up to tonight? Anything interesting happen on a Saturday night? There's a 2017 Philly, the only year that put the P mint mark on. Some people save those. I don't believe they're worth anything extra. It's got some grease air up on the top. You can see states of very weak impression. But under the scope, they usually seem like they kind of disappear. Starts in the D, works through the states of. It's like a more prominent example. Might hang on to that one. It's a 68 out of Denver. We're looking for the D over D or a DDR. Let's save that grease one. So looking for a 68 D over D. Says the mint mark was repunched to the east of the first impression. I mean, I could maybe say there might be a tiny little bit of that, but we don't see anything in the middle here. That's kind of suspect. It's not super clear. I'm looking for a DDR. 68 Denver DDR, Dublin, visible in most of the lettering on the reverse. Check out the reverse here. I want to find one that's super amazing. It's a pretty good, clear text, not too much damage. A lot of bag marks on this. Some dents here and there. A little bit of corrosion. Nothing too crazy. 87 Philly. Nothing on 87 Philly. There's Denver, D over D, things to look for. I'm going to try to cruise through some of these rolls here. I do have half dollars as well. I have nickels. Here's a 98 Philly. We're looking for the wide AM on the reverse in America. Check that A and M, see if there's a big old space. That's just a, this one's like slightly more than usual, but generally if they're touching or just about touching, that's not the example we're looking for. (2001). The wide AMs are 98, 99, and 2000. I have found a 98. I should actually show you that example here. So here's my 98 wide AM. Reused flips. So 98 Philly. Look at the A and the M. So notice this one's, there's no gap there. But this one in the flip, you can see a big old space there. That's the 98 wide AM that we are looking for. Just so you have a reference of how big that gap needs to be. We got 71. Let's see, 71 only Phillies. '84 Denver, we're looking for, I believe it's a date doubling. Let's look it up real quick. '84 Denver DDO in the date. This one, definitely not doubled. Let's keep on trucking. A couple more left to here. There's 3 more. 2015 in Denver. Last one is a 1990. All right, next roll. Got a memorial and a memorial. That one's kind of cool. It's got some sweet effects, sweet looks to it. Man, that one's packed tight. Kind of interesting sometimes watching how different people open rolls. A couple of wider rims in there. Some copper plated. $1985 maybe. $1985. Nothing on that one. Just a bunch of schmooze. Copper corrosion. Another 23 Denver. Let's go. Let's find a wheatie. Let's find a proof scent. I found 89S proof a few nights back. I found some 69 Denver, no FGs. 63 Denver. We're looking for the DDO or the D over D. We'll look at the mint mark first. The D over D, repunched south. Nothing there. We'll just look at the rest of this. Look for some doubling. This has got a bunch of damage on it. It's a very peculiar looking one. Nothing there. Let's go. Let's go. 84. We're looking at the date in Denver. Looking for doubling at the date. 98 Denver. Nothing. Goes back to the bank. A 62. Nothing in 62. Just some copper for our copper collectors. $70 Denver. I believe there's some things here. No, I misspoke. 70s only S mints. They got large mints, they got small mints, they have S over S, things like that. Ooh, here's one, 88. Doesn't matter if it's a Denver or a Philly. We're looking for the 88, reverse of 89. So we're looking at the FG initials on the right side of the building. We're looking for where the G, this part of the G, protrudes south of the bottom of the G. It's like a serif there on the right side. More shield scents. Another 2017 Philly. Just want to find a wheatie. Oh, here's another one, 92. Doesn't matter if it's a Denver or Philly. Just remember 92. You're looking for the close AM. 92 Cam. Look at the A and the M in America. There's a big old space on that one. So unfortunately, this is not the one we're looking for. But if those A and the M are touching, that's what we're looking for. This one also looks like it has a little bit of machine doubling on it. The left side of all these letters has a little bit of extra line. Probably just set that one off to the side too. Just in America, they got some machine doubling, maybe on some of these That T sure looks like it. Maybe that's just the lamination stuff coming up. But these, in America, looks like the left side of all these letters has some very, very minor machine doubling on it. 2018 Denver. That one's got a bunch of junk on it. Dug out of the gutters, I'm sure. Got a fat rim, slightly off center. I was watching someone's video tonight. They found a super off center one. Like 20% maybe, I don't know. Hey, a Canadian. Queen Elizabeth II. In 1992. Usually keep the Canadians too. Someday I'll start looking through errors on the Canadians. 99 Philly, you were looking for the wide AM in America. Definitely touchy on that one. Number 98, 99, 2000, look for the wide AM. And the 92, you're looking for the close AM. We'll find one eventually. 83 Denver, we're going to just chuck that on the good old Maxis scale. I'm looking for copper, 3.1 gram, 1983s. Someone switch this to ounces. Okay, grams, 1983, oh, 2.5. Looking for that 3.1 gram, worth over, I think there was one found fairly recently on Rob Finds Treasure, or one of his followers found it. Going up for auction, or it's up for auction. They're expecting over 10 grand for it. The 72D, looking for the double die obverse. There's a couple different, there's a VP001 and 002. Both of them kind of look for the same things, just doubling on the head side. What's everyone up to tonight? Any fun plans? Any good weekend plans tonight, or this weekend? 70 Denver. Nope, those are all estimates. We just said that not too long ago. Maybe we'll do a $50 roll next time. I'm almost done with this roll. We'll bust out a $50 roll and see if we can find any silver. Here's a 84 Philly. Looking for the double the ear, first and foremost. And then we're looking for the DDO. Nothing there. 82 small date Denver. This one is in rough shape, but we're going to weigh it. See if we can find a copper one. No such luck. 2.5 grams. Last one. There's the penny roll, 79 Philly. We're going to switch it up. I didn't put it in the description, but we're going to do, I have a couple quarter rolls here. Got some nickel rolls. Got some half dollars. We're going to switch it up. We're going to do some half dollars, bankrolled halves. What's up, Time 370? Welcome back. Good to see you again. So we're on ngccoin.com. We're gonna go variety plus, United States, half dollars, and we're just gonna pull up the Kennedys because that's probably what we're gonna be finding here, and we'll see what we can find. Yes, I do wonder about stolen coins or drug money. People are looking for drug money. They sell their grandpa's collection. I mean, it's still stolen then, right? But people don't know what they got. We just don't want to learn about coins, don't care about coins. Bring it back to the bank. So I'll go ahead and start with a half dollar roll here. Where are silvers at these days? No, it went way up, then it went way down. I know sometimes I struggle. Okay, the half dollars will be a little bit slower, but there is far less than a half dollar roll. So first and foremost, we're looking for silver edges. Don't see anything there. So let's get started. A 71 Denver. I'll have to look these up. 71 Denver, we're looking for a DDO. Doubling on Liberty and In God We Trust. We're going to have to cruise out probably. These letters are so dang far apart from each other. This coin is in such rough shape. It's very hard to see if there's anything doubling on these darn things. We're gonna adjust up a little bit here. Refocus. Liberty and In God We Trust. It's very hard to see if anything was doubled on that thing. Another 71 Denver. Well, we just looked up what we need to look for, so I'm going to grab my half dollar cup here so I can chuck those in there. The other DDO is, you still need to look at the date. Same stuff though. Takes a little bit more to get around on these coins. Check out In God We Trust. Check out the date. So that last one we just did, on the date, this one looks a little suspect. The top of the one there looks like there might be a hair of something, but it looks like it's probably just damage if it's just a one letter or one number. '84 Denver. Nothing here. Nice looking coin. I have found a lot of silver in these. The one we just did. 74. We're looking for the no FG on a 74. 74 Philly. Let's look at the reverse. Under that right leg of the eagle, you can see the FG clearly there. We're looking for an over polished die where the FG is missing. 71, we're looking for the DDO. This one's in much nicer shape than the other two we looked at. It's interesting switching denominations because we got so used to all those other ones, all those pennies we looked at, starting to get pretty fast at those, and then switch to half dollars and got to relearn everything. So 71 Denver, looking for the DDO. It's like the fourth 71 Denver already. Got some schmooze on there. 72 Denver. We're looking for a no FG on this one. You clearly see it there right under the right leg of the eagle in the reverse. Looking for an over polishing error. 85, our first Philly of the night. Nothing on the 85 Philly. Still like looking at both sides of them. 74. It's weird. Any no FG, this one, yeah, you can see that too. FG is clear there. Pirate, in regards to your comment, people find lost or stolen coins all the time with metal detectors and treasure hunters. I have metal detector of my own. I've been going the last couple summers. Found my first wheat cent in my own backyard last summer. I found 1950s or I think it was 1954 North Dakota license plate in the backyard. It was actually in surprisingly good condition. I have a video of that on my channel. You guys go check it out. I found it like 18 inches in the ground, and people are like, "Oh, you just buried it and went and pulled it out." I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go through all that work." Right. I do plan on trying to do a live metal detector hunt this summer. I don't know how easy it's going to be. I don't know what kind of equipment I need. But I really enjoy coin hunting, and I really enjoy metal detecting. So if you guys enjoy that, make sure to stop back this summer too. Go subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. 74 Denver, looking for a DDO FS 101. So I'm just going to pull up NGC coin real quick, see what we need on this one. Very strong doubling on the bust. In God we trust, liberty, and the date. So the bust picture it shows is his ear. On the top of his ear. But it shows a lot more hairlines in the photo. Like these are all hairlines. So looks like it's doubled hair maybe. No, there's not much there to even look at. We'll just look at the letters here. I found machine doubling on quarters, on some pennies. 91 Denver. These are far easy to look at. There's a lot less years of errors on the candies. So we'll look at this hair real quick. I just want to kind of see the difference. It's still not super clear. You'd have to have a really, really nice looking coin, I guess. Oh, bicentennial, 1976. Bicentennial. So the only one on ngccoin.com is a S silver DDO. I do have a whole pile of these downstairs. Now I don't know if I'm going to keep them because there's not really errors to look for on them. They just do have a different design on them. I'm unsure now. 71 Denver, looking for that DDO. This one is in not terrible shape, but it's super dirty and nasty. Be surprised if we can find much of anything on this one. Lots of these Bs, they look like they might have a little bit of doubling here. If that was the only letter, would it still be the error? I don't know. Can't see much of anything on that one. I feel like someone maybe went through these coins before because there's a lot of 71 Denvers on this roll. That T looks a little suspect. Got that line down the right side. Maybe even if you squint your eyes a little bit, you might be able to see a little bit of a split in that. Maybe. That Y looks like it's got maybe a little bit there too. 71. The examples online are way more doubled, way more clear than what we're looking at here. That just looks like it might be some damage or wear or something. $74, looking for the no FG. Definitely there. 2018 out of Philly. I wonder when these stopped being intended for circulation. When did half dollars become NAFC? From 2002 to 2020. Okay. 71 out of Philadelphia. Nothing on this one. Last one of the half dollar, 97 Denver. Not a whole lot. Let's do another one. See if we can't find a silver. I found was it a walking? No, I don't know what it was. I found a handful of silvers, a bunch of proofs, a few 40%ers, different things like that in these rolls from the same bank I bought these ones from, so maybe we can get lucky. I even found a double. And I found a South African 1 penny in one of these rolls before. I'm going to go back to pennies after this roll. Still got a lot of pennies to go through. R looks a little suspect on the inside left. I want to find one that's just like bammo. Super clear. 1990 out of Denver. 72. Denver. Looking for the no FG. Another 71. Man. Not a whole lot of variety in these things so far tonight. '97. A 73. Philly. A lot of these have no FG errors on them. It's kind of crazy. There's 71 Denver. Check out the backside real quick. So many less coins in these rolls, but it seems like they still take just as long to get through as a roll of pennies. Just because they got to move it around so far on the scope here just to see everything on it. Dang. It's like out of both these rolls so far, half of them have been 71 Denvers. Somebody was hoarding them until they got a scope or something. Try to look at their coins finally and find out what they got. Oh, what? 71 Philly. Nope. Nothing there. One bicentennial so far. Not actually probably really worth saving, but because I already have a pile of them. I think maybe we'll go back to the pennies after this. More people have pennies than 79. Nada. 72 Denver, looking for the no FG. You can already see it there. Let's move on. 71 Philly. 2001. That's a little newer. Nothing here, but it's still not an NIFC. 79, nothing there. Couple more left. We'll go back. Back to pennies, because these are not finding anything in these. If I pulled a silver out of one of these though, holy smokes. 83 Denver. Nope, we're looking for a Philly on that. Last one of the roll. 77 Philly. No FG. Oh, we still got FG on that one. Clearly see that FG right there. It is a little weaker than some of the other ones we're looking at, but we'll go back to these penny rolls. Seems like we have a little more luck in these. Holy smokes. Let's get my digger out. Maybe start using that every single one. I don't struggle so bad. Let's go. Let's find a wheatie, huh? See if we can find a wheatie now. Be way funner than just not finding anything in those. 69 Denver. Make sure you look at your pocket change for the 69 Denver. We're looking for the no FG in the floating roof. Check out for a floating roof first. This left side looks like the floating roof. Can't see any line here. Connecting that up. This right side, you can see a little bit of it. I'm gonna look for a dang, a no FG. Over polished. No FG error right there. That's what we're looking for. 69 Denver. No FG, baby. It's unreal. That will be the fourth or fifth one I found. They did make over 4 billion of these 69 Denver coins. That's going to be the fourth one I found. So just as a reminder, 69 Denver, turn it over, look at the back side on the bottom right of that memorial building. Look for the no FG, just like that. I'll take that every single day of the week. '96 Denver. Keep on trucking. Let's get through this. 2012 Shield Cent. Come on, Wheaties, where you at? Here's an 89. 79. There's nothing in like the late 70s. I don't know why. They just kind of didn't mess up any of them, I suppose. Hey! Hey! Look at that! This is probably, I think this is my first Indian I've ever pulled out of a roll of pennies before. That is in rough shape. 1 cent. That is an Indian head cent right there. And is it a S mint? Hot damn. Let's see if we can get a year off of that. 1908, last year. Oh boy. 1908. Last year, Indian head cent. Holy smokes. 1908. Oh, look at this. 1908 S. They only made 1.1 million in G4 condition. It's $90. Are you kidding me? 1908 S Indian head cent in the roughest shape, $90. And I just pulled that off a bankroll? Are you kidding me? Holy cow. That is unreal. You can barely make that out. 1908. You can tell it's the Indian head. 1 cent. Let's check out that mint mark on the back. S right there. Bammo! I am pumped. I am pumped. I'm glad I went back to pennies. Holy smokes. I gotta look at that one more time. Indian head cent. It's really hard to see the date on that sucker, but let's put it under there. 1908 S. 1.1 million minted. In the worst condition, worth $90. This is why you guys gotta look at your change, man. Look at this. This thing's so skinny. If I put this just in a bunch of pennies in the roll, dang. Look at that. It was super dark. I was like, oh, it's probably just a corroded penny. Holy smokers. Man, I'm pumped. Do you think I can find a 7 under that 8? I don't think so. We're gonna do some investigatory work here. I gotta pull up the NGCs again. Pull up the Indian head US cent. You kidding me? Indian cents. Sorry, it's not last year. It's year before last year. Year before the transition year. Oh, my heart's pounding right now. 1908. Not finding a 08, a 7. Let's see here. I don't find the 7 under 8. I'm not sure where you're finding that at. 1908, top of duplicated date is visible within the denticles below the actual date. What in the hell is a denticle? There's a 1908 MPDFS 302. The tops of 2 extra numerals appear within the denticles below and to the left of 08 and the date. Dang, we're not finding anything in this sucker, but holy cow. What's up, Alan? Thanks. Welcome to the chat. Pajama, thank you very much. That is fire. We'll zoom way in on this sucker. We'll put our extra side lights on her. We'll get you guys in nice, close, and personal here. Do some extra digging on this sucker, because holy smokes. Definitely a 08. Check it out. It's kind of difficult to see. You guys can see that on the camera, I'm hoping. I'm not really seeing anything underneath that, but if anyone knows what a denticle is, throw some comments out, because I'm curious. I don't know what a denticle is. The 1908 MPD FS 301 top of the duplicated date is visible within the denticles below the actual date. Oh, so like the rim. Dang, I don't know how you really see that. The denticles are like the ridged edges. Okay, so what we look for on the very edge of the coin is, if this wasn't super damaged, you might see like a line in between these 2 denticles. Kind of what we'd be finding, or looking for at least. Dang, $90 in this condition. That's an amazing find. I don't care if I don't find anything else. Still not going to retire off this thing, but this thing is going in a flip. It's going on the wall of fame. And I am a happy camper. Okay, let's get back to it. Now we know what denticles are. Son of a biscuit. 1908 Indian, pulled from a bankroll of modern pennies. 08 Indian, also an S mint mark, worth $90. I mean, this is probably less than a VG4. But what is that, a $50 coin? 1.1 million minted. 1.1 million minted. I'm stoked. I don't care about any of these modern stuff anymore. 2015. It's going to be super lame looking for these modern errors now. Holy cow. No DDO there. 2006 out of Denver. 61. Now I got to go way back to the memorials. 61 Denver, looking for the D over horizontal. No, sorry, it's not even a D. Nothing on the 61 Phillies. All buzzed up, stoked up, excited, jazzed up. Can't focus or concentrate anymore on anything modern. '89 Denver. Is that an 87? 87, I don't think there's anything in 87. Not in a filly. There's a D over D. Obviously not in a filly. Dang! Indian head scent found in modern bank rolled coins. That is just sweet. By far, well, not by far, it's the second best coin I've ever found. It's the first best coin I found bankroll hunting. Second best coin overall hunting coins. 84 Denver, looking at the date. Looking for some doubling in the date. Let's find another one. I was like hoping for wheaties, and we went back a whole nother generation for an Indian head scent. That's crazy. Nothing much else in here. Oh, and a wheatie. We found an Indian and a wheatie in the same roll. How awesome is that? That is awesome. I have to find my wheatie. Okay, 1950. 1950, baby. Denver, there's a couple of D over Ds. We're looking for mint mark repunched north and east. Dang, look at that thing. 1950 wheatie, baby. This is a good roll. I got a lot of hope for the rest of this box. Okay, we're gonna zoom in a little bit more. So north and then east. I don't see anything there, but dang a wheatie. So we found an Indian head scent from 1908 San Francisco and a 1950 Denver wheatie so far. I have a lot of hope for the rest of this box, baby. 71 Denver. 71. Nope, just Phillies in 71. Hot dog. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight now. Who wants to sleep when you're finding Indians and wheaties? That's what I'm talking about. Let's find another, huh? I don't care what it is. Let's find another of something. 72. There's a lot of Phillies in 72, and then there's a couple of 72 Denver DDOs to look for. Dang, that is freaking sweet. Put those off to the side. Okay, 72 Denver DDO. We'll look at all the lettering and the date. I am pumped. It's a good box. It's a good box. I don't think we're gonna top that Indian, but man, there's a 80 Philly. I believe we have an 80 Philly to look for. Got a bunch of crap on this one. For the DDO FS 101, Liberty, and the date. Well, there's nothing in the date. There's a bunch of someone spilled milk on this one. Or something. It's gross. All right. Let's do another one. Let's find another wheatie. I'll use my pick from now on just to break these edges. Man, I'm struggling. I'm so excited. There's another edge just like that last one, that Indian we pulled. I don't think we'll be so lucky, but you never know. You just never know. We pull that one first. That was definitely a Lincoln Memorial of some year. 1990 something. 90 something. Stuff's not coming off. I don't know what it is. Another corroded one. 87 out of Denver. Okay, let's go through the rest of this. 69 Denver, we're looking for the no or weak FG in the floating roof on the reverse. You clearly see that line there connecting up. This one's, yeah, you can see that there too. You can look for the no FG. This one has an FG. $19.90 Denver. $20.21 Denver. Time 370. I have not sold any coins yet. I keep telling myself when I find one, like, if I find some duplicates of some things, I'd be more than happy to sell them. You buying? Someday, I do need to make money doing this, or at least sell some things I find instead of just hanging on to every dang thing I find. So, eventually, yeah, I'll sell them. But if you're buying, let me know what you're looking for, and we can talk. Send me an email, helmetandhunts@gmail.com. What am I looking at here? 88. I'm looking for the reverse of 89. Tell me what you're looking for. I got a couple of different coin guys. They got access to coins. They can find just about whatever you're looking for, and if they don't have it, they'll definitely keep an eye out for it. These 69 no FGs, I might have to start selling them though, because I think I have 4 or 5 of them now. I would just keep the best version of it. So here's 92, looking for the close AM in America on the reverse. Something with a little bit less spacing than that. Another 92. We're bound to find a 92 close AM. I don't know how rare they are, but I've looked at a bunch of them. I have not found one yet. I actually wonder. I have this bag of 1992s. It's got a handful. I have not looked at these under the scope yet. If you guys want to do that, let me know. Otherwise, we're still looking for Indians and wheaties. 2017 Philly. 2022. You got hundreds of pounds of pennies. Welcome to the club. Queen Elizabeth II. This looks like a 1992 as well. Nope, 96. It's got the many flat-sided design. Chuck that in the pile. Let's go Wheaties. Let's go Wheaties. 82 large date Denver. Gotta get through these. I want to find another sweet one. I cannot believe a 50 Wheatie, and a 1908 S Indian in super rough shape out of the last roll, worth $90. 1.1 million minted. That was amazing. I'll have to do a little post a short about that one tomorrow, or get one scheduled up anyway. I have a short coming out in the morning, 9 a.m. I have a few coming up. One on the Liberty Nickel, one on the 1989 S Mint I found, proof penny, and one on the 1969 No FG, I believe it was. I can't remember which order it is, but schedule them up for Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Hope to get live tomorrow too, somewhere around that 9 a.m. mark. Last one's a 2006 Denver. Let's go. Let's see, the internet cut out there just for a second. Hopefully I don't lose you guys. 200. You have 200 pennies time? Holy smokes. $19.89. Let's go Wheaties. Where's my Wheaties at? Where's my Indians at? It's kind of 1909 in here, huh? Was it 88? Looking for the reverse of 89. Look at the FG there. Look for the 89 design. Holy smokes, it's 11:30 already. We're going to have to do a wrap after this one. It's getting too late. It'll be up early tomorrow. I'm definitely going to come live tomorrow. Show off some of those finds. Especially that Indian. 72 Philly, you're looking for the DDO. That L's almost completely shot on this one. Nothing there. 2004. One more Wheatie, I'd be happy. 2015 Philly. Look for that DDO as well. Got a big spot of something there on his beard. Lincoln, clean your beard. Holy cow, man. $20.19 Philly. We're looking for a. Oh man, what is it? See what's the DDO on this one as well. Yeah, doubling visible as thickening on the date. The 9 always looks really fat. I don't know what they did with the 9, but they reused some letter from that. I do have this one, the 98 wide AM. Here is 1998 Philly. And on the reverse, the wide AM version. I don't have a 99 wide AM yet. I am still on the lookout for one. Hoping to find some bank rolls. Most tickets so I can just spend a penny on it instead of whatever people might want to be selling it for. Let's go half a roll left, and we're going to call it. Here's an 88 Denver. Looking for the reverse of 89. Looking at the FG there. Oh man, I don't think that's it. No, it's kind of like, look at it closer. Oh, that's not it. I got excited for a minute. This is not the one. 99 Denver. Could have been a Philly. Could have been the 99 Wham. Sorry, I'm kind of cruising through these. Hopefully you guys can see the dates and mints we're looking at here. I'm just stoked we found a couple of cool coins tonight. I think most of the coin folks went to bed. Oh, look at that. That's another wheat cent. Another wheatie. I will take that all day long. A 55 out of Denver. What do we got here? 55 out of Denver. Looking for the double die obverse and the D over D. Heck yeah. Let's start with the double die obverse. Looking for doubling, visible on Lincoln's eye, and numerals of 19 of the date. Interesting, it's just the 19 of the date. We'll check out his eyeball. Where's your eyeball, Lincoln? Show me your eyeball. So we'd see, if we had something that wasn't too worn out, we'd see some lines through this part of his eye. Looks like some sort of vertical lines or like a extra curve in his line there. Look at 19 of the date. Look there, come up a little bit. Come up a little bit. Get a little clearer here. Check out 19 of the date. The fives look a little dented up there. I don't see the doubling there, but it's all right, pajama stacking. You can lurk all you want. That is sweet. 1955 Denver. Good to know you're still around, though. There's a lot of people filtering through. A lot of people probably went to bed. It is late, unless you're on the West Coast. 55 Denver wheatie. That is the fifth wheatie of the box. Second wheatie of the night. Let's get back into a little bit later. 64 out of Denver. We're looking for the D over D, VP001. Mint mark repunch south. Where you at? Nothing's repunched on that sucker. 2000 Denver. Check this one out. It's got some corrosion. It's got some pitting. This thing was kicked around the parking lot, left for dead, picked up by somebody like me. Dang, that thing is rough. 2022 Shield Cent. Another Shield Cent 2014 out of Philly. 2011. Got a couple more left here, and I do have to call. I have to be up in 5 hours. I'll probably regret it if I stayed up too late, even though I'm super stoked finding some stuff. Late 77. 2020, couple left here. 2008, last year, Memorial. Lincoln cent. And 2015 out of Denver. All right, we got to recap this. We found a 1969 D8 weak FG, but look at this baby. Indian head cent, 1908, super rough shape. I don't think we can read that Liberty on the headdress if we tried. Flip it over, S mint mark, $90. That was a 2022 red book I was looking at too. I'll throw that under the scope right quick. 1908 Indian head cent. I gotta look it up online now. Indian head cent. 1908 S. Okay, okay. 1908 S Indian head cent, 1.1 million minted, so 1,115,000 minted. VG4 online, $123 in VG4 condition. Hot dang! That is unreal. There's 29 for sale on usacoinbook.com. $133. $153. AU53. XF40, $220 graded. Let's just look at this together. How about so on ngccoin.com, on the for sale listings, let's go back to the top here. So AU53, $153. XF40, $220. XF40, $142, ungraded. This one's in super nice shape, $650. All these are way better than the one I have. Even this one's just fine, $110. Fine, $98. Mine's way worse than that. Maybe mine's like $50. I don't know. VF20, $119. Mine's not even close to the condition of any of these, but man. How about if we look at eBay sold listings? 1908 S Indian. Sold listings, $400. This one's very good details, $56. I just can't believe I found one. This is a key date right here. Mine's probably worth way less. Let's say it's probably like $10 to $20. Still stoked to find it though. This one is $55. More of my caliber, but still not quite I have some 1908s. They're not S mints, but if we look at USA Coin Book, the S mints, or the 1908 Philly, they made 32 million, and the lowest grade, $2. 1909 Philly, $12. 1909 S, wish I would have found that one, $376 in the lowest grade. It's in the lowest grade. So that's what I got for tonight. We can also review those two wheaties I found real quick. 1955 out of Denver, found in bank rolls. That means people like me and you had them in our pockets, brought them back to the bank, spent them at a gas station. The gas station brought them into the bank. The last one, 1950 out of Denver, wheat cent. But by far, best find is this super nasty Indian head cent, 1908 out of San Francisco, right there on the bottom, that S. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm thinking around 9 a.m. Central. Come by, say hi, head over to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I have CoinScope links, I have CoinScale links, I have Flip links, I have Redbook links, I have penny folder or coin folder links. Go check it out. Stop by, say hi, drop a comment on some videos. I really appreciate it. It's free for you guys. Helps out the channel. Helps drive extra traffic over to the channel. So thanks for everything you guys do. Thanks for hanging out. Juv Beans, hello. Thanks for hopping on. But I'm signing off now. So you have to come back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central. Yep, time 3:70. It is dang near midnight. I am heading to bed. I will be back tomorrow. You guys have a good night.